for You starts now.
2 kids killed, 4 others hospitalized after a speeding car plows through a Detroit neighborhood, the driver trying to outrun the cops.
Now the community is questioning why police would chase a suspect through an area filled with children. Fox 2's Taryn Asher live right now with the latest. Taryn?
Yes, and right now Detroit police are taking a closer look to see if any policy or procedures were violated. But in the meantime, we at first had thought, and Detroit police had said that they had called off that police chase. But now we're learning that was not the case.
This is a residential street. How many children have to die for them to realize that they should have called it off?
Neighbors who are horrified by the aftermath want to know why. The sight of a weapon was enough for police to pursue this red Chevy Camaro into the neighborhoods, ending in a crash Wednesday night that injured 3 kids, 1 adult, and killed 2 other children. Nicole Jackson's grandchildren, 3-year-old Mariah and 6-year-old Michelangelo.
I was just lost for words, heartbroken. I didn't understand what was going on, and all I wanted to know was why. Why could this happen, you know? It could have been prevented.
It is dangerous. It's like a 4-wheel bullet. The chief is saying they saw somebody with a gun. I don't think that rises to the standard of actually chasing somebody 90 miles an hour.
The chase started on Chatsworth and Cornwall on the city's east side. According to the chief, it lasted 62 seconds and stretched 1.6 miles. And now we are learning the weapon that sparked that chase was never found, and the pursuit was never called off. Police reports show 1 of the 3 officers in the vehicle was in the process of terminating and calling dispatch when he saw the crash. Chief Craig says the supervisor claimed he tried to call off the chase several times, but communication data has no record.
We're still looking into that. I will tell you that preliminarily we've gone down to communications to verify whether or not the supervisor's request was heard. We did not pick that up.
Police say the officers in the marked cruiser lost sight of that Camaro, but neighbors say that was not the case.
They didn't stop the chase. I ain't gonna, he wrong, yes. He dead wrong. They wrong too, though, because they did not call the chase off.
How far were police behind them? We've learned the 29-year-old driver was a parole absconder for possession of meth. His 27-year-old passenger had a record for weapons possession. Neighbors watched in horror as the Camaro went 95 miles per hour, crossed Warren, and then hit and killed the Jackson children who were playing in front of their house. From there, it lost control and then plowed into this house, another car, and this porch. 3-year-old Darius Andrews, his 5-year-old cousin Isaiah Williams, and 7-year-old cousin Zaire Gardner all injured. Darius's father is crediting the 7-year-old for saving his son's life.
When he seen it happening, he grabbed my son and wrapped his arms around him. Instantly, he saved my son. And it's just senseless. It's the summertime. Kids can't be safe outside.
Now, the good news here, that 3- and 5-year-old child doing better. The chief says that those children should be released from the hospital soon. But that 7-year-old who helped protect those children not doing well, airlifted to U of M in critical condition at this point. Now, as for the supervisor and those 3 officers, the primary unit involved in that chase, we're told they're on desk duty right now. And there is an investigation underway into what happened and what may have gone wrong. And they all could face some discipline. Monica, back to you.
Well, Taryn, I know it's still early in this investigation, and this is, of course, a tragedy all the way around. Do we know if the officers involved in the chase followed proper procedure?
Well, of course, as I mentioned, it is an investigation that's still underway at this point, but we do have a copy that we're able to get of that manual. And for the initiation of that chase, it appears that they were allowed to initiate that chase because there was a weapon. That was a felony. So they did claim that they saw a man in that car waving a handgun. However, that weapon was never found. But what also needed to be taken under consideration, according to this policy, is the geographic location, the population density, of course, the neighborhoods, and that's what everybody's so upset about. The supervisor and that primary unit had the right to call out that search, but of course, as we're learning right now, that did not happen. They do not have any record of that, although both have claimed they at least tried to make that happen. Monica, as you mentioned, is just in the beginning of this investigation. A lot more to come, and we will make sure to keep everybody updated. Back to you.
All right. Thanks, Taryn.
That's the part that becomes uncomfortable to talk about. But we must talk about it.
I'm just one of the outcomes of the letter Willie Lynch wrote. Wish I could wrap my hands round Willie's thin throat. I have two smoking 9 milli sing notes, going Taliban on his hillbilly kinfolk. You think I'm clued up? I'm not. I just know a bit. I know a lot of heads that could teach us a load of shit. But till we break free from this ignorant frame of mind, we'll be in these cerebral, invisible chains for time. So we can let go of materialism and vanity. The icy chains, watches, whips and narcotic salaries. The glow in the dark, chemical feel potent bag of trees. We won't fully comprehend all the knowledge they have to teach. It's sad and